Hello, we are here in Slovenia, Ljubljana, with Maja Oresnik. She has competed in FMBB 2012 and 2013. She also won the Ljubljana championship in 2012 and 2013. She also competed in FCI 2012 and 2013. And also won the championship from Slovenia in 2013. She owns Galant from Adler Augen, and she has a new puppy now, and I am very pleased to make her some questions. The first one, Maja, when did you start with IPO?
With IPO, let's say around 10 years ago.
10 years ago. And how was your first approach with dog sports?
Well, my first approach was actually when I was 17, so I'm not telling how long ago was that.
Your age is enough.
I started with agility. I mean, I always had dogs, I always loved dogs, but as a sport, when I was 17 with a mixed dog, that was my first kind of sport.
The first sport you practiced was agility?
Agility, yes.
And how did you get into IPO?
Well, IPO, it was always my childhood dream, because I always saw IPO was something which is kind of out of my reach, because they were so good and so they knew how to train dogs. So I always look up to them, and when I was first introduced to IPO and when I first got my first Mali, one thing led to another, and actually in this club where I train now, I was introduced to IPO for the first time, and when I saw it for the first time, it was like I was hooked. That was it for me.
For IPO.
Love at first sight. Yeah.
Another question, what characteristics do you seek in a dog for sport at a competition level?
Especially for IPO, I like a dog who's confident above all, that he's not afraid, that he is open to surroundings, but confidence.
Confidence,
yes.
You would say? For competing, do you prefer any gender, male or female?
Male, of course, I'm a woman.
And why?
Because they're stronger mentally. For me to see protection, a male in protection, that's it. I mean, a female can be nice, but my personal, it's a male. Yes, definitely.
How many times per week do you train at your club?
Oh, well, now, because I stopped competing, not so much, like 3 times a week, but before, let's say 6 times a week.
Only one day off?
Yeah. Different disciplines, of course.
You also train at your house?
Yes, small things I do, yes.
Basic stuff?
Basic stuff, yeah.
At what age of your dog do you start with each phase? First tracking?
From a young age I start with small things, but not really seriously training, just
games.
I teach him how he behaves in the how he can. I raise him, that small things. But to do with IPO tracking, I start very early with a puppy. Before he develops all the drives, for him food is essential, so it's really not a problem. He has to eat every day, so tracking is really easy.
So as soon as you get the puppy, you start tracking?
Yes, more or less, yes.
At your home first?
No, in the field.
In the field, directly in the field.
Yeah. With other parts, I do small things really as a puppy, but not really until he's 1. Not really serious training, more or less games, like basics, but not real obedience, like healing, but games like that. He knows how to move the body, and protection. We do kind of
some tests.
Test a dog when he's like half year old or 7 months or something, but this is just to know how he is, if he reacts.
Reacting.
But really training after a year, something like that. It depends on a dog, but it's more or less something after a year.
How do you know if your dog is mentally mature?
Oh, well, you see how he behaves. I mean, it always depends on a dog. Each dog is different. Breeds are different, but in mice, Malinois, they show a lot at a young age because they develop they mature earlier than other breeds. But still, it's not good to start too early when they're not mentally able to do something, especially in protection. You have to know where the drives come from, so this is important that you don't push them too much at the early year, early stage. So.
Why do you compete?
Why do I compete? I want to see how good I am as a trainer, basically. You compete to know if the training was in the right direction or not. This is the main drive to compete.
What did you do with Galant that you want to with your new puppy?
With Galant, I did some mistakes in obedience training, which I will not do now. I mean, he was my first real competition dog, so there were some things I did not see when he was young. Mm-hmm. So I think you're always evolving as a trainer, so you always think you want to go do better. So I think, you know, you learn for all your life. So, but maybe I'll do some other mistakes. I don't know.
And in protection and tracking, you did well.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, protection. I hope if I get the same dog, I'll be happy. But I think tracking, I'm very confident in what I do. So I think I'll do more or less the same.
And what are your aspirations with your new pup?
Well, just to have a puppy, to train, to try things I didn't try before, I don't know, just to train. I love training.
And to compete?
We'll get to that part if he's good enough, so yes.
If he's good enough, you'll be there.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
If not, you'll get another pup?
I don't know, that's a question for in 2 years' time. Come back from Mexico.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.